Aha, hello everybody, welcome. Ah, didn't see you. Back for another service. Hey, must have been alright, the last one.
How you doing?
Good mate, how are you buddy? High five?
Yep.
Yeah. Praise Jesus, let me get some lights on. I wasn't expecting anyone to come over today. Huh, what a surprise, it's a welcome one though. Take a seat everyone please in your favourite seats. You're settled down already.
Look at this.
Is it? Well, happy Sabbath. I don't know, are we able to hear that music here? I was just playing some nice music for me prayers. I do get carried away. But welcome everyone. How are we? Gavin?
I'm doing quite well. I was eagerly, as I went through this week, which was, very busy and hectic, I just found myself thinking, I can't wait for the service this Saturday. I was really looking forward to it.
Wow, grouse. And what about yourself, MJ?
What's the question?
How are you today?
I'm doing really well.
This Sabbath day.
I'm doing really well. It's been a really good Sabbath, and I enjoyed the Bible Sabbath school.
Well, let's not waste any more time then. How are you, Till? I really want to hear from Till. The Eagle.
I'm good.
She's doing Rosa from 911, Brooklyn 911. It's a great show, everyone. Just want to say that. I think that's what Tilly's trying to say. So let's just get into it. I don't think we have a lot of time. We'll get the.
Can you move a bit, Till?
It's a big lesson. We're going to get into our music first. Have a song before we start, or we start with prayer.
Start with prayer.
Start with prayer. We're living on prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we would like to open this Sabbath service in tribute to Bill Hughes, who's just our amazing pastor. I just want to say that. I think he's doing a wonderful job. Pray bless his ministry, Lord, and that we can also tithe in abundance to his cause. Also, I want to say, Lord, please heal Gabby. Heal Gabby. I pray Gabby sits in the chair that we prepared for her earlier. Wasn't expecting to do this, but I'm always ready to do the Lord's work. Gabby, if you would, we might just move this chair over here. If we can. Gabby, if you want to just hop up for a second. Yeah, God, we get someone move the chair. Tilly, the bouncer, the actual security guard of Holy Sabbath Keepers Homeschool Church. Especially when we're dining at the Lord's table at the supper of the gospel of the poor. That's what we do here. I just want to make apologies. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Just want to make some apologies. And I pray, Lord, that you bless everyone who hears this service. And bless our hearts with your message from heaven to prepare us for your return. And not to get the mark of the beast, because we lose our names in the book of life. So. First of all, we've got some announcements to make. We are officially fully subscribed to the Triumphant Truth Ministries, and I just want to point out that they are the only God-fearing ministry on the earth today. MJ.
I don't mean to do
Can you put your chair back a bit, please, MJ?
Yeah, I can.
Appreciate that.
I don't mean to argue or anything, but I do personally believe that Walter White and his amazing discoveries of Africa is pretty good.
Yes, Walter White is definitely our teacher. While you're our Sabbath school teacher, Walter White is your teacher. He's our great or Rabboni, which means great teacher. You're our teacher, he's our great teacher, so if you can continue studying at the feet or the table of
Professor
class
Walter White.
Of White,
Yep.
that would be awesome. And I will continue to be pastored by Bill Hughes, Truth Triumphant Ministries. And you can subscribe there, see this on YouTube. He's a great pastor and he's relevant. He's the only one preaching the truth. The only pastor. I know Walter White's a pastor, but he's more than just a pastor. So I'm going to take Bill Hughes as a pastor. And he's brilliant. It's just the pastor of the Lord. as the last days. I just want to make an announcement. The biggest announcement is first and foremost, the Seventh-day Adventist Church is no longer God's church. Jesus has left the Seventh-day Adventist Church. He has spewed them out of his mouth, and they are a tomb, a sepulchre full of dead men's bones. There's nothing there. It's fallen. Jerusalem has fallen. I heard a rumour, I don't know if it's true or not, I've got to check it out, that the Pope was at the General Conference. So, look, I'm not devastated because I was kicked out of the Seventh-day Adventist Church of Warrigal by Pastor Stan Salant. He's not even a pastor, he just owns the building. For no reason at all. They had sex with my wife. Refused to tell me. I found out about it in the worst of ways. It's not the point. It was adultery committed by those people. They kicked me out in order to cover it up. And there's nothing but suspicion and horrible things, drama, surrounding that congregation. I'll name the person who committed adultery with my wife, was Rob. What's his name?
Scarley.
Rob Scarley.
Yep,
Who I challenge to fight at any time he wants. I'm not myself, I'm not a violent man. There's no need for violence, but if I get an opportunity, I will be stabbing him in the liver with an arrow according to God's word. And first I'd like to tip that arrow in poison. So, but it's the God I know will avenge us anyway, and he'll do that anyway in the worst of ways. And Jesus can't be charged, so he is a man of war. The man of war, because he can't be charged or held accountable. Who's going to do it? Who's going to charge God? So, they kicked us out and fabricated a crime against me. And there's just a rotten bunch of people. Yeah, Stan Salant, he owns it. Adam Salant's another loser. And that's them. So we are glad to be separated from that congregation. The congregation of Satan.
The Salentists.
The Seventh-day Salentists. And we won't go back to another Seventh-day Adventist church because there's no truth or spirit there. They're not worshipping. But who is Bill Hughes. He is. And it's just awesome that we got taken out of that church. Everyone knows my testimony about the vision. And I found the gospel. I knew about the Bible, but I found the 3 Angels message in the form of a great controversy written by Ellen G. White in the Pentridge Library. And when I first read it, I wasn't going to, as I said, I've got nothing prepared today. But as I read it, I threw the book down and said it was evil. I cast it down. It had such a profound effect. And I said it was evil, and I cast it to the ground, and I said, I'll never read this book again. 2 weeks later, I was back in the slot. Did my time, got out, back to the yards. Got back in the slot, having an argument with a screw. You might know them as prison officers. We call them screws. I wasn't having an argument, he was spading me. Wanted me out of the yard. Because I was too influential in the yard. And at Pentridge. So I was running with the gang that ran the prison, and they were coming to me for comfort, words of comfort. And I was giving it to them freely. And the prison found that they were unable to compete. The prisoners weren't turning to them anymore, and they were in fact turning to the Lord. Being a Catholic Church, prison, Her Majesty's Pentridge Prison Coburg, they had a Jesuit in there, and he just thought that tormenting me was his duty. But it didn't work because Jesus gave me a vision. Anyway, that's all I want to say about that. But that's where I read writings of Ellen G. White. It's also where I learned to practice my religion without church. I didn't need church. Where 2 or 3 are gathered, the Lord is there amongst them.
Amen.
So I ran with that. Thanks, MJ. Just should have put it on you when you said amen. So therefore, we do have a very private connection to the Lord and a very private calling. We have been chosen. As Noah's family was chosen, so I believe we're chosen, and this is the Noah's Ark of the song. If anyone wants to agree with that, just say yes now, and anyone who presents
I
that.
agree.
There's one over there, there's one over here. I totally agree.
I 100% agree.
I'm not going to say I believe, but I will say I agree, but I will say I believe. I believe. Tilly? Do you believe? Well, that's a big, thanks Tilly for that input. Massive input contributions that you're making. I just want to announce that Tilly is the new bouncer of the Holy Sabbath People's Homeschool Church. She was always the cave troll, and I say that with love. There's no reflection on her appearances. And she is absolutely deadly. We also have another segment about Tilly, named after Tilly, in honour of Tilly's great talent for fighting, boxing, called the Boxing Kangaroos. So well done, Tilly. You can't clap in church with it on the inside, not clap.
Welcome, Tilly.
Welcome. So thank you for the Boxing Kangaroos. I know it's been a hard week. Things have happened, the devil's thrown all sorts of things at us, but we're here and we're giving it our best shot. How much time have we got left, MJ? Or do we get straight into it now, or let's open up with a song? Who wants to
I'll grab the
do a
instruments.
song? Well, let's do something different today, if you know what I mean. Here we go. We ready? We're just going to play the song, and you can groove along or whatever you want to do. It's one of our favourite Sabbath songs. We ready? Okay? But please don't try and put the lead singer, because I actually am putting on my jacket. The lead singer's jacket, and Maxim's jacket. And I'm happy to lip sync the lead singer. What about yourself, Andrew? Do you care to air drum? I was thinking of air guitar.
I wouldn't care. I mean, I would
Anyone
care.
wants to air piano or air bass guitar, up to them. I'm using a bass ball back today. There's my air guitar. In the order of, not the order, in tribute to Negan. I've also got the Rick Grimes on from earlier, so it's still listening. And I just feel like, what about yourself? Till you want care to grab the bass guitar, baseball bat, baseball bat guitar from the lounge room and belt that out. What about yourself, Gabby? Are you interested in playing the organ
I'm okay.
behind the bench? Up to you, you don't have to. Or you can just sit along and be part of the crowd.
I'll sing on.
Either way, we all get the blessing because we're here. That's what it's about.
Amen.
Is there a song or not?
Song.
Song? Song, yes?
Yeah.
Well, let's do it. You guys should be doing these ones. With fire, never letting up or giving you away. Broken body, rocking like blankets. The victory was paid for our price. What the peace of that is screaming for us. Now we're looking through a soldier's eyes. Thank you. Thank you, Enzo.
Thank you.
Jeez. I want to just say thank you to Bloodgood. So that was our opening song. Hope no one's upset about that. Did we get the pictures, Enzo? Did we get the...
I wouldn't get any pictures.
Was it in there?
We got the film in there, yeah.
Okay. So that's for the Lord. That's for Jesus. Hope Bill Hughes does approve. And here we go. Into the sermon or announcements?
I say a sermon.
Well, we are subscribed to True Crime Minutes. I did say that. I think that's the best thing that's happened all week. Uncle Bill's doing well. News on Uncle Bill. Uncle Bill's doing well. He's off the Capitals. He's no longer on the Capitals. He's now on the Subutex. It's got blockers in it, so even if he takes heroin now, it's going to block it. So he's made a big step. We have opened our doors back up to Uncle Bill. He's officially part of the HSK. Not as a member, but as a, what's the word? A honoured guest. The honoured guest. And Mum, doing really well. Mum got a new car. That's Judy Archer or Judy Meeting on Facebook if anyone wants to see her. Bill Archer's under Bill Archer Joan on Facebook. If you want to make friends with him, he could really use encouragement. Gavin.
Sorry, just something that I thought was appropriate for the announcements here today. We have 5 subscribers now, which confirms that Tamika did in fact subscribe to our channel, which she told me, what was it, 3 nights ago?
Awesome, so we've got 5 subscribers. It's not important that they subscribe to the Hollow Status Keepers homeschool channel, but it's important that people subscribe to Bill Hughes True Triumphant Ministries. If they want to have some fun in their worship, well, it is, they should subscribe to ours too. But anyways, it's up to them. And I'll leave that in the hands of the Lord who has given us this supper of the gospel of the poor. And Jake, can I have my notes, please? We just had them.
I'll grab them.
Book of notes.
Can you put it on this?
I don't really need them, so don't worry about it.
Sure.
Yeah, because we're not doing official sermons. Our pastor is Bill Hughes. Bill Hughes. And I just want to get on with it, to be honest, if that's alright, guys. So we're doing the book of, I'm preaching, I'm not doing sermons, I am preaching out of the book of Daniel. And today it's chapter 7. Which is Caroline, Doomazel, St. Carol, in the temple of Doomazel. Love her. Do you love Carol? Do you love Carol?
Yes.
What about you? I do, I love Carol. I'm still madly in love with her. David, what do you want to say? David Winfield is a dog, an absolute rat. It's only because of Jesus Christ that I haven't sought to murder him. Anyone else would have murdered him for what he's done. Warrigal Family Counselling Service is a complete sham run by a man who also runs porn for Mormon porn at pornhub.com. You'll find them there. And they also own Pornhub, and there's a long story behind that, which I'll give a testimony about one day, I think. What do you think? Probably, that's a maybe. What about you, Gabby? Also, I want to say thanks to Nadine, whose counselling has been pragmatic in me getting over the whole desire to kill David Winfield. I pray he does get murdered, I really do. But spiritually, I just want to forgive and forget and get on with it. Not to further destroy your lives as they have done. But we are reporting him. We've got advice from John Verhoeven, our excellent Sterling lawyer, who said to report him to the Psychologist Authority of Victoria. So we endeavour to be doing that this week. Correct, MJ?
Yes.
Larry Guilford's office.
I will. Larry
Prepare
Guilford.
something for us and we'll send it off.
Larry Guilford will get onto that, among other things, such as Centrelink, which I want to make an announcement.
Please do. Please do. I need a break. Gabby, till he wants to. The screw dart over there, and I'll prepare the next song.
It's only a short announcement, but I just wanted to make a note that Larry Guilford has written up what I might say is a brilliant letter,
A damning one, I hope.
very damning,
A prater.
that may yield more than the results that we are seeking. But you know, I didn't want to get selfish, so I just left him at what we wanted, what we needed. That is, and by I mean him, me. So.
Cheers, I just want to say well done, your work is outstanding. Is that all?
That's all.
The fact that the prosecutor came down and visited you personally, and because you know, for legal reasons they are not allowed to talk to you without the presence of the, but it wasn't an official talk. They came, they helped us immensely. They also would like to procure Larry Guilford's and MJ's services. I think it's okay for me to reveal at this point that MJ is Larry Guilford at law. But Larry Guilford is a faceless man. MJ's not. So, having said that, he will not be, we've discussed this, he will not be entering the Victorian Police as a prosecutor or even do a work experience. MJ's not doing that. So well done, I'm proud of him, mate. He's decided to stick with the Holy Sabbath Keepers Homeschool Church, become our prosecutor, lawyer, whatever we need, our legal office. You're all to become lawyers. But at the moment, he's just going to administrate our legal office, or shall I say the LSF? Well, shall that continue to be unnamed? Unnamed. Can you get the camera on, Gabby, please? What was that, Gab?
Unnamed.
Thanks, Gabby. Unnamed. So we won't dob in zig and zag the LSF. Okay? But MJ is administrating our legal office, which is the LSF. I won't reveal what that stands for. But he's administrating it under the name Larry Guilford at law. You'll find him on Facebook. He has a very big High Court background. And a archer horse with a big horns and very horny. Big horse. There's no significance there. I meant that include cleanest of ways. A very big, I won't use the word horny. Minotaur, is it a minute? What is it, MJ? Would you like to take a minute or two to explain? Please explain.
I believe the correct pronunciation is Minotaur, in reference to man and horse, which just so happens to
It's a centaur.
Centaur.
Centaur, thank you, Tilly.
My bad.
You're supposed to put the camera on you when you're talking, even in an outburst. That's right.
My bad, I do apologise.
Very big outburst.
Centaur. Centaur? Or Senator?
Is that all?
That's all, yeah.
We can't clap in church, but if I could, it'd be a standing ovation.
I appreciate it.
For the Tillies.
Of course.
So Daniel 7. Is there anything else? Is that it? It's good. We've actually, how long did you put on the clock?
40 minutes.
Forte.
Really? We've only got 15 minutes left. We are the best. We are the best. Who been to church and just sat there and listened to 40 minutes of crappy sermon and just thought, I can't stand it, I'd rather cut my own head off than sit in this church 1 minute longer?
I have.
Does it suck?
It sucks.
It sucks. But there is a pastor going around who's awesome and has Bill views. You can subscribe to his channel on YouTube, Truth Right Umphant Ministries. And he's got Cody. I've got MJ, he's got Cody.
Yeah.
Right? If you want guidance towards salvation and how to maintain that, keep your crown at these last days, he's the man to listen to, and Walter Life.
Walter White, yep.
Not as a pastor, but as both of them as shepherds. Bill Hughes is the best. It is the best. I consider him the pastor of the Holy Sabbath Keepers Homeschool Church. Is there anyone who disagrees with that? Decision.
No.
Me as the under shepherd, Bill Hughes as the shepherd, Walter Vife as a chief shepherd, and Christ as the holy shepherd. Anyway, so we go, Daniel 7. Daniel 7, I just want to talk about the little horn in Daniel 7. So I considered the horns in 7 verse 8. Considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. Let's talk about this little horn. Who is the little horn? Tilly. Before whom there were three of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things. Who is it? Till? MJ?
I believe it's the Catholic Church.
Close. Gabby?
My answer might be a bit unconventional.
Do you want to come up and have your answer?
No, I'll be quick. Maybe America or Hollywood.
Good try. Not bad. All those things are run by this man. It's the Pope. It's the Pope. The position of the Pope. It's the Pope. Whoever fills that position is the little horn, speaking great things. The three. Do we want to go in? We want me to prove that, or just dob him in and that's it and move on? But I think we save time.
I say dob him in. Let's leave.
Do you want me to full on prove it?
No.
Or just dob him in and move on to the next? Because I just want to get through to a few places in the Bible to substantiate that accusation. But I don't want to have to prove it. It's really a matter of faith from there on. And if you want more on that, see Bill Hughes' latest sermon today, which uploaded 5 hours ago. What's it called, MJ? The
Dumb Dogs.
Dumb Dogs.
2021
Dumb Dogs.
Arizona Talks.
Yes,
Pastor
awesome.
Bill Hughes.
Awesome. I suggest you do it for homework this week if you haven't heard it today. Fresh off the press, brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. That's where I got all my notes from today. I didn't even know you would come. I was just listening to that sermon when he's knocked on the door. I thought I was having a week off. But I'm glad I didn't because I was bored. Dusty was in there and he scratched his belly and I was then I had to knock at the door. Oh, grass. I get out of belly scratching because it's dangerous work. You know when you scratch his belly, he turns into gone. Show the scars. So he's got some scars. The one on your arm, but specifically, Gab, tell you've got a nice big. I've got one here. It's a ripper. It's a doozy. There it is here. You probably can't see that well now. You can see it there. That's a dusty scar there. That was from scratching his belly last time. There it is. There rippers. Beauties. What's that one? Did you do that yourself?
No, that was up there.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Anyone got any dusty scars? No one else? Gabby doesn't because we don't let him near her anymore. Too sick. Well done, Gabby, too, for getting well. I'll flip over to Revelation 13 about this little horn. Only because Bill Hughes' notes were so damning, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Well, didn't the horn speak great things? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Alright, so the fact is, the Pope did go into captivity and was killed by the sword when Napoleon took him into captivity as his prisoner after just before the Battle of Waterloo, when he liberated France from the papacy. He also liberated the whole world when he took the Pope into captivity, into his prisons and dungeons. And that Pope was never seen again. So that happened. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, That's Baker's Dragon. That's America. You see at the end that they had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, so that he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Right, so, who's the beast? Anyone? MJ.
The beast himself,
The beast.
the Catholic Church.
Yes, the papacy.
Papacy.
What's the number of the man? Anyone? Tilly.
Six.
Yes. What else?
6.
Yes. And what else? Yes, 666. Correct. And what does it represent, Tilly?
The devil.
No. What does the man whose number it is represent? That's the devil. But who is the man? It's the number of a man. If you look up the words Filiae, Vicarius Filiae Dei, that's the Pope's title in Latin. You put the numbers together in the numerical alphabet, it comes to 666. You do it in all versions of scripture, it comes to 666. In English, it's called what? The Vicar of the Lord, correct? Is the English title, the Vicar of the Lord?
I believe so, yeah.
That comes up to 666. You do it also in, what's the other one? Greek. In Greek, you do it in Greek, and it comes up to 666. In Greek, Roman, and English alphabetic numerals, all comes up to 666. So it's the number of a man, it's his title, it's the Pope, Vicar of the Lord, or Vicarius Filiae Dei. And that's just what it is. We're not going to go into it, we don't have time. And we're not really here to preach the Bible. Yeah. But we're about the gospel of the supper of the supper of the gospel of the Lord. So, what are we going to do about it? It says here that, and I'll go into 17, so before we get into that. And it says, and that's the little horn. So it actually identifies that as that man being the little horn, right? That is the mark of the beast. Sunday is the mark of the beast. Sunday worship. But here we go into Revelation 17. We see that these, in verse 12, or verse 5, and upon her head, her forehead, was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Abominations of the earth. Well, we all know that's the Catholic Church, mother of all the other Christian churches, which are all harlots because they're apostatized from the true religion of the King James Bible. None of them are following after it. We know that the Seventh-day Adventist Church has been spewed out of the mouth because it is Laodicea. And that's it. End of story, end of show. We are in the last days. I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. When I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. This is the part you've got to be careful of. When you look at the Catholic Church, it's beginning to rise. Its star is beginning to rise. It is becoming the biggest, hottest star Hollywood has ever seen. It in fact owns Hollywood and created it for this purpose. So that when the world fell apart and they knew the signs that Jesus' return as written in the Bible, as recorded in 21:24, Luke, began to happen, they knew that people were going to start turning away from the Catholic Church in droves and turn to the Lord. So they created Hollywood, and Hollywood was created for this time. Everything you've seen up to now has been a build up to this moment where the Catholic Church becomes the great star, and the star of all those of that program is the Pope. He's the big star. He's going to be the big Tom Cruise. He's going to be the Liam Neeson. He's going to be the Leonardo DiCaprio. All them people were just anti-Christ to point to this one big anti-Christ, the Pope. There's too much to go into it right now, but I do encourage you to read The Great Controversy, as written by Ellen G. White, and figure it all out for yourselves. And so that's what we got. And it says here, how much time we've got left, Doomazel? I think we better just close that off now with, these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of Lords. This is verse 14. And King of Kings, and they that are with him are called, chosen, and faithful. And I like to think of that as you three. Called, chosen, and faithful. Or called, chosen, and faithful. Whichever way you want to turn it around. Yous three really are the last hope of humanity's faith, hope, and love. However you want to switch it around, I don't care. And that's about all I want to say, but I think we should just end with go to another song, have another song, and then how about we just finish up the service? Gary?
I agree.
Till? Do you want to play bass this time? No, you have to get up here and do it, that's all. You can stand there and do it, can't you? Ready to go? And then we'll end with a prayer, and I'll say a little bit more, and that's it. Because I really, to be honest with you, I forgot the actual reference you made, so. And the 10 horns which thou sawest, the 10 kings, 10 nations of Europe, which have received no kingdom as yet, but this is the Euro. Now the uniting of Europe at the moment, 10 nations, you know, they receive one power as kings, 1 hour with the beast. 1 hour. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. That's what we're saying. Fall of America and the 10 kings taking its place as the superpower of the world. Yeah. Okay? And the 10 horns, which we read about. I think we've done it. Don't you reckon, guys? God had put in their hearts to fulfill his to agree to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the word of God fulfilled. The woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. That's the woman, obviously being the Catholic Church as well. It's a great harlot. Right, so that's enough of that, yeah? We want more. Or song. Song? It's your church, man. If you just want to fill in for a minute, and tell you want to do this.
No, that's how I feel. So yeah, it's true. Jesus is coming back, and the church want to distract everyone by making it appear as if other things are happening.
Thanks everyone. Thanks, Lee. So yeah, well done. Thanks for the drummer, bass guitarist, air band, the airheads of the HSK house band, the band. So yeah, thanks everyone for coming. I just think we'll finish with a prayer, and that's it for today. Unless anyone wants to add something. Gabriel?
No.
Till. Thanks very much. Those who could kneel, that'd be sensational. Sensational. That's what I did say, sensational. Dear Lord, we thank you for our service this week. Pray you bless it, bless our hearts with the Sabbath blessing, and let us spend it on those who need it, the poor people of this world, like Uncle Bill. He may have done bad things to us, but we may never do bad things to him. Thank you, Lord. Pray you get Gabby better, we can get some progress reports going on for them, and also enjoy until. Thank you, Lord. Pray your mum continues to improve because she's a real patron of the poor. She's just an amazing example of being poor and successful in your eyes in this world. True success in Jesus' name, pray. And all the things I haven't thought of, pray you hear those prayers too in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
May the grace be with us.
Amen.
And also with you.
Alright guys, I think we'll just wrap her up. That about wraps her up. Hope you enjoyed the service. Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Right, I'm just going to go to the door now, so no one's supposed to sit down until I go. Here we go. Okay. Leave when you're ready. We've got a luncheon going on after this, so you're welcome. Hey! On you go. Thanks for coming.
That's alright.
Have a good week.
Thank you.
May the grace be with you.
Me too.
Go in peace to love and serve the Lord. On you go. Go in peace to love and serve the Lord. May the grace be with you. Happy Sabbath to the eagle. And, oh, you're going too, are you? So, okay. Alright, off you go.
Fine, yeah.
Well, I'm starting to get used to it, so.
Yep.
Next time, could you give me a bit of notice? Cheers, mate.
Good sermon.
Cheers, bro. God bless. Go in peace and love and serve the Lord. Happy Sabbath.
Happy Sabbath.
See you in a week. I just hold the Sabbath keepers. Sign in. And Kalispera. That means good evening. God loves you and so do we.